Okay, hey everybody, this is your friendly British mechanic checking in again, and today a 2015 Tahoe LTZ. This is my storm chasing vehicle, as you can see. Now, a lot of people have asked online where or how to replace the power inverter that comes with these vehicles. Now you see you have a 110 outlet here that's rated for 150 watts of power. They're not very big, but you can at least, run 2 chargers for your phones and, a laptop computer. And I've had it for a long time now, and I noticed that it started cutting out whenever I plugged my laptop in. So spoke to somebody at GM. They weren't very helpful. They didn't want to tell me anything really, which kind of sucks because I've been going there for like 13 years. So you'd think they'd, give me a little bit of info. And I was trying to find out where the actual power inverter module itself is located. And there was one place on eBay that had one brand new, and I snagged it up real quick. And on there it said RH under column. Okay, that's not very helpful. So it kind of gave me a clue as to where it is, and basically where this module sits, which is the power inverter. And it's also very handy because it's, here, let me turn the light on for everyone to see. It's an orange cable that comes up across the underside of the dash. So here's your steering column up here, as you can see. And then I took this panel off on the front here. Let me go wider real quick. So I took this panel off on the front, which is your knee panel basically, and took off this side panel here for where your little compartment is for storing whatever, guns, knives, whatever, your usual. So I just hung that down there. As you can see, I've got multiple accessory wires running up in there. But anyway, so this thing basically sits right there. So there's 2 nuts, which I've just now discovered don't actually hold that unit in place. But I wasn't 100% sure because there's not many pictures on how to do this online. But basically the module itself, as you can see here in my hand, basically sits, let me see if I can get this the right way around. So, of course, I've got to remind myself now that I took the darn thing out. But yeah, so there's this screw right here on the bottom, right there. So this module, if I'm correctly, it flips around like this. In fact, I'm going to have to cut and edit this video because that point there doesn't do anything. It's literally just this one here that holds it on, and it's a 10 mil nut that goes on there. So this module, it's a little tricky to see, but it goes up in here and it literally goes inside lengthways, facing downwards obviously, and then your plug faces out towards the firewall of the car. It's a little fiddly to get out because you've got this AC tubing here. This is loose because obviously I undid it, but that's where your power inverter is located. And then it literally clips up in there, like kind of latches on, and then there's just that one nut that's right here. And then obviously your power inverter cable runs across the top. So it's really not that difficult to get out. It's a little fiddly, so just take your time, be patient with it. It does help to unclip the wire from anything it's attached to because it has these little clips that hold it to the bracket. So if you can pop those off first, it does make life a little simpler because you can then bring the power inverter down underneath and then, unplug it. So it's just a quick video. It's nothing really hugely detailed, but it's literally one 10mm nut under there. And then a few star key screws that go in underneath the dash here. There's 2 on the side here where you take the fuse panel cover off, and then there's 3 underneath. And that's literally it. I'm waiting on the actual power inverter today for it to arrive in the mail. But this one, it's probably been used a lot. over the years. I know I've used it a lot for running electronics while storm chasing. So, but yeah, I hope this at least gives people an insight into the 2015 Tahoe, 110 power outlet. And I'm assuming that they also are the same on the Yukon, 2015, maybe to 2017 or 18 before they changed the body styles. This is most likely where your power inverter is going to be for your 110 outlet. So I hope this helps. And I'll do a little follow-up video with it reinstalled to see if that sorted the cutting out problem. Okay, so, right. Actually just got the new power inverter dropped off by UPS. And there's the old one. So the way this goes in, and it's not too difficult actually, it's fairly easy, surprisingly. And basically your plug is going to sit towards the firewall of the car. Sorry, the camera's over here. And basically you've got this little hook right here on top. So as you put this unit in, you want to basically go up like that and then latch it in. And then this bottom hole, the oval one, will actually go over the nut that's in place, that's actually welded to the frame. And then we just put the nuts on. I do advise, however, that plugging this in before you put the power inverter into its position. That way you can reattach the wires on top, on these points right there, and yeah. So that makes life a little easier. But anyway, so if I just swap the camera around real quick. So there you go. You can see that I have the new inverter in place. You don't actually need to do anything with these two nuts. They are non-functional. The only thing they function for is this strengthening bar. But other than that, there is literally only one nut that you need to undo, and it's the one, if I can get in there, it's right here. So you can actually get a spanner right there. Ratchet spanner is going to be your best bet. It's a single 10 mil. And then the unit just slides down. Basically, once you've got that nut off, pull this bottom piece forward and then slide the unit down, and then it'll come free. But there it is, it's installed and it's all working perfectly. I've already checked it. So I hope this has been helpful for everyone, because I haven't found many videos on how to replace these power inverters inside the cars. If I was a bit more knowledgeable on, doing wiring and stuff, I'd try and upgrade to maybe a better inverter. But then again, it's all about the space under the dash. There's a decent amount of room, but I don't know what you could fit in there. The only other option for a better power inverter is to hardwire one into the vehicle and mount it in the back somewhere. But anyway, I hope this has at least helped anyone who wants to replace their power inverter on a 2015 Tahoe or Yukon. And I'm going to say it probably goes up to the 17 models before they change the body styles. But anyway, I hope this helps, and everybody take care, and as always, be safe.